So in this video, I wanted to show everyone how to remove the clip on a Lamy Safari fountain pen. This will also work on a Lamy Safari rollerball, a Lamy Vista fountain pen, and a Lamy Vista rollerball. They all have a cap with this wire clip on it. So get the pen, you can push that aside. You can see I do have a Lamy Safari fountain pen here. And now we have the cap, the clip, and this top piece called the finial. But in this case, it looks like a Phillips head screw, and you might be inclined to sort of twist this here and just twist it and twist it. It doesn't do anything because it's a pressure fit in here and it's kind of popped in there. And I've tried extensively unscrewing this just to see if it would work. And there's really no way you could unscrew it to get it off. Again, I've experimented a fair bit, even knowing what the interior shape is, just to see if it would work, and it doesn't. What you're gonna wanna do is get something and push on the inside and pop out that finial. By removing that, the clip will be able to be removed. I tried a pencil, I've tried a skinny pen, and most things will work, but really what you wanna do is put something in there. It has to go past the inner cap on the inside, and it has to go inside the inner cap without breaking that, and kind of push up against this piece here. You basically want a skinny pen or the back of a pencil, not the sharp point, the eraser side. And you're gonna stabilize the cap, grab the pen, and push the pen through. You might wanna use a desk. It'll be a little hard to see, but you can use the desk on the bottom and just kind of push it through. Eventually, it'll come out. It won't require a huge amount of force, so if you're really struggling with it, you want to stop, because what you're doing there is you're doing the wrong thing. You're pushing on the blind cap, and you're stretching the blind cap out instead of pushing this piece, this little screw piece, not the screw head, but this little piece, the finial piece, up. So again, when you're pushing, you want to push this piece up, not stretch out this piece. So this pusher, the rod, should be on the thin side. It's easier and simpler than it sounds. Was successful with this pen tip as well, because this is skinny enough that it could get to the end of this inner cap without having to stretch out the inner cap too much. And that's when you're really struggling, is when you're fighting against this rubbery piece as opposed to simply just pushing this piece out, which it does not require a lot of force to push this out. Here's what this would look like on the inside of the pen. This just keeps the fountain pen head, the nib, from drying out. So here's the piece. Here's what we pushed out. It's just a little piece of plastic with a little extended head here. And on the inside here, we have this piece of rubber. There's a little rubber grommet here. And this is what holds this in. It just kind of pushes in, and the rubber keeps it in place. You could see the clip is bent on the inside. So you need to just turn it out and then turn the other side out. And now we have the clip. And now you could, replace the clip. I know a lot of people like to customize their Lamys. You may want to get a silver clip or a red clip from a different pen and put it in this charcoal one to get a good looking pen. Or this sometimes becomes bent. If you have it in your pen and you put it in your pocket and you kind of wrench the pen, it could become sprung, which would be, it would sit out too far. And now with it out, you can get a pair of pliers or something like that and just bend these in a little bit and get that clip nice and tight once again. So here's the cap itself. Really not much to it, just a hard piece of plastic once everything's been removed. What you're gonna wanna do is put the clip back in, and the clip is the first thing to go back in. You wanna just put one side in, then put the other side in, and create basically a circle. So there's the clip. You're gonna create a circle around that circle. Then we're gonna get this blind cap, or this inner cap, and put that back in. It's best if you put the pen in now and you push it nice and tight, and this will get the inner cap up towards the top of where it needs to be. because the head of this piece has to get into that inner cap, and that's what's keeping everything sandwiched together. What this grommet will do, it will provide some resistance to this piece and really lock everything together and prevent any rattling. So we have the inner cap, then we have the clip, then we have the grommet. That's sort of the sandwich here. And now we're gonna get this finial, the plastic piece, and pop it back in. It won't click or anything like that, but you'll feel it slipping into the inner cap. And you wanna just give that a good push. You don't have to really push too hard. It should be almost flush, but not quite flush. And that's for the, again, for the Lamy Safari. On the, this is the All-Star. It's a little bit different. We'll do a different video about that, but it should be basically a little bit past flush. And now you'll know it works because you'll have a nice, good click in and out. You could hear it click in and pop off, just like when it was new. If you do this too often, you will degrade some of the parts inside, and the pop on, pop off action won't be as good as it was initially, but it's basically as good as it was right now. This pen has some miles on it, so it's not perfect. Anyway, that's how you remove the clip on the Lamy Safari and the Vista.